My local Taco Bell has cowards, and I was expecting a white Smart Dry Plus on the high siding, and the Walmart off West Beltline Road in DeSoto has an hands off, but I was expecting a Airblade DB at that location, but they decided to keep the interior and exterior original, and the Target off I-20 in Grand Prairie had cowards, but I forgot the name of the dispenser. I was hoping to tell them to install accelerators, but they don't care. And the IKEA in Grand Prairie has Airblade V AB12s, but they're still turned off, and they refuse to turn it on. And the nearest Burger King near me has Sanjamar Coward, but I was hoping for them to install Columbia Vortex, but they don't care about the environment. And my KFC has Sanjamar Cowards. But I was hoping for them to install Air Maxes, but they want to keep the cowards. And the Ross next to the Kroger has a 2010 Bobbick aircraft that I filmed. I filmed it on August 3rd. And the McDonald's off South Cooper Street in Arlington has smart dries on the normal setting, and the McDonald's off Riverfront Boulevard in Dallas has an accelerator with the .8 nozzle, and it was made in 2010. And then my local 7-Eleven off West Pleasant Run Road in Lancaster has an accelerator with the .8 nozzle. And then when I went inside my local Sam's Club today, they had newer generations of DBs, and I didn't film them because they tried to hurt my ears. And my local, at a Chick-fil-A off EFM 1382 in Cedar Hill has a cowards, but, and they also have an Airblade V2 that I didn't film. It was the HUO2, so, and I went to, Urban Air Adventure Park in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and guess what? They had a orange Sentis Cowards that I filmed. And the Walmart of I-20 in Grand Prairie had accelerators with the .8 nozzles, but I didn't film because they would my ears bleed. And the Walmart off Cooper Street in Arlington had a DB before the renovation, and they replaced it with the accelerators with the .8 nozzle. And my local Walgreens off West Pleasant Run Road in Lancaster, it has an Airblade V. And the CVS off Blue Grove Road in Lancaster has an accelerator, but the employees' restrooms had an airspeed. In the nozzle for the CVS, at my local CVS, it has the .8 nozzle. And the My local Fiesta has a Alpine Hemlock that I didn't film because it'll make my ears bleed. And I went to the Goodwill in Plano, and it had an AJ Air. Saturday, I went to the Academy Sports Plus Outdoors, and they had accelerators with the pointy nozzle. In the McDonald's off Beckley Avenue that I'm gonna work at has Slim Jims with the black piece. They were made in 2017, and they had RAs with Q nozzles before the renovation. And let me tell you something, guys. My local Subway near next to the Dollar Tree has a black accelerator with the pointy nozzle and I didn't film it because it'll make my ears bleed. And the Dollar Tree has a Nova 1 that I didn't film because it'll make my ears bleed. I went to a bubble place called Cherity off South Cooper Street in Arlington, and the restrooms were out of order, so I didn't check what hand dryers did they have. And the Walmart I went to in Tulsa, Oklahoma, it has a speed flow that I didn't film because it was gonna sound awful. And I went to the Marshalls in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It had a white accelerator with the 1.1 nozzle. That marked 2010. So that has the 1.1 nozzle, and the Best Buy off Highway 67 in Cedar Hill has the Bradley Bobber cowards and the accelerator. The accelerator was made in 2010, and it has the pointy nozzle. In the Circle K in Cedar Hill, my local Circle K has a 2016 accelerator with the pointy nozzle that I didn't film because it'll make my ears bleed. And in the Marshalls in Cedar Hill, like in the Cedar Hill Plaza, has the cowards along with the accelerator. The accelerator was made in 2012. It has the pointy nozzle, and my local Petco has cowards. At the CVS I went to, in Cedar Hill, it had a Bradley Eric's Optima that I didn't film because I don't know how it sounded. At the CVS, which is 7.1 miles from us, it's off South Harris Avenue in Red Oak, and it had Sebastian's Favorite, which was a thin air that I didn't film. And my local movie theaters, has 4 2010 Bobrick aircrafts in white that I didn't film. So, the next time I go to the movie theaters, I'll film them. And, I'm gonna say. The last time I went to see Top Gun Maverick with my friend Philip. You know Philip is my friend. He's, my sister's boyfriend. They've been, I went to Sequest in Fort Worth. It was in the Fort Worth Mall, but they call it not the mall, and it had white thin ears. And I went to Starbucks in Oklahoma. It had an Airblade VAB12 that I didn't film, And the Walmart off Lawrence Street in Gainesville had hands-offs, but but they kept the interior original. But I was hoping for 1.1 accelerators, nozzle accelerators at that Walmart. And the Walmart I went to in Albuquerque, New Mexico, had a speed flow that I didn't film. In the McDonald's I went to, off like on Hillcrest Drive in Vernon, in Vernon, Texas, it had RAs with Q nozzles. And the Loves had an accelerator with .8 nozzle. And I went to a truck shop location. It had Blue Storms. And I went to Las Vegas Airport and had older DBs. Like when I went to the Maverick, in Nevada, it had a black Columbia Vortex. And the Ross that I went to in Nevada had an Extreme Air that I didn't film. And I went to the Mosley Water Park, which is my local water park. It has Slim Jims. And the Family Dollar, like the other Family Dollar near the Church's Chicken, has a white Air Force, which is Lexi's favorite dryer. And the what do I say? The Ross I went to in Midlothian had an Extreme Air that I didn't film because it will make my ears bleed. In the Kroger I went to in Mansfield, it had an Airblade VHUO2 that I didn't film. And the Arlington Mall has white, new older DBs. And my local Chuck E. Cheese is off Southwest Moreland in Dallas, has stainless steel 2010 accelerators. That Chuck E. Cheese opened in 1982, and it has the .8 nozzle. And the Chuck E. Cheese off I-20 in Grand Prairie has Cowards. I was hoping for them to install smart dries and stainless, but they just kept the Cowards. And I went to my Home Depot in Lancaster had accelerators, 2013 accelerators with a .8 nozzle. In my Lowe's, I think it has a BXA. I went to a rest area with a BXA, and I also went to another rest. It had a white Slim Jim with a black piece, and and the Dunkin' Donuts near Tom Thumb has Verde Dry V1s with the logo on it. And the Big Lots off Hampton Road has a 2021 accelerator with the pointy nozzle. It has the Click. And the Aldi near my old apartment has an accelerator made in 2010. It has the pointy nozzle. And the CVS had a Speed Flow, which I didn't film. And my Five Below has Cowards that I didn't film. And I'm gonna say I went to my Arby's has Cowards, and the Panda Express has Cowards too. What was I gonna say? The Murphy's USA near the Walmart inside Red Oak, it has white smart driving on the medium setting. And the Dave and Buster's in Arlington has Bobber Cowards, and the Science Pearl Museum in Dallas has ABO2s of the Dyson Airblade, and the Dallas Zoo has XAs. And I went in 2019 on my field trip. I went to the Crayola experiments and Plano. It has accelerators in stainless. It has the pointy nozzle that I didn't film because I didn't have a phone back in 2019. I went to the Alley Cats for my cousin's 11th birthday. It had a chrome accelerator with the 0.8 nozzle. And the in the Old Navy in like Park Lane in Dallas has an Airblade V AB12, which Lexi filmed. The Valero in Lancaster has a Dayton Model 8 that I checked back in 2019. And the Starbucks has Cowards. It's next to Wendy's, and my local Exxon inside the Blue Grove Plaza. The restrooms were locked and they didn't have a key to it, so I couldn't go inside and check it. And the Sunoco near my brother's grandma's house has a Sky. The restroom was so small. And the 7-Eleven on West Beltline Road in DeSoto near my school has Cowards, but I'm hoping them to install an accelerator with the 1.1 nozzle. But they kept the Cowards. And the Taco in the AutoZone has Cowards. I'm hoping for them to install Model A's. In the shell had a Model A with a retry, and it didn't have a mirror inside, so I didn't try to do a face reveal. What am I gonna say? And the Home Depot near my old apartment has accelerators. They were made in 2012 with the pointy nozzle. And the Cons has accelerator, I think, with the 0.8 nozzle. In the Dollar Tree has Nova 1, and I didn't feel it gonna make my ears bleed. And I went to the aquarium in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Has a ASI Nova 5, which I didn't film because I didn't have a phone back in last year, 2022. The Walmart I went to Forest Lane in Dallas had a hands off. It has a McDonald's inside, but I'm hoping for them to install speed flows. I know I'm a foam at speed flows. In the Walmart off Marketplace Boulevard in Irving has accelerators with the point nozzle, which Lexi filmed. And the Marshalls in Grand Prairie, I think they have accelerators, but they're in white with the pointy nozzle. And the Sheraton Mansfield has a Slim Jim with the black leaves, but I didn't film because that would make my ears bleed. And also, I went to the let's say I went to I went to a I want to see lights at Christmas to the park, but I went inside an undisclosed building. It had Vergés that didn't make my ears bleed. In the McDonald's that I went to, it had Slim Jims with the black pieces, and I went back in Florida. I went to a Walmart with the hands-offs. And when I went to my dad's house, we went to a Toys R Us, the couch, and the stall has an accelerator with the pointing nozzle. I didn't film because I'm too scared to be in the stall. That freaks me out when hand dryers are in the stall. And the Big Lots near my grandma's house has accelerators, but that location closed down. And I went to a Chuck E. Cheese in Florida. It had smart dries on the high setting. I went to a Dunkin' Donuts off Uptown Boulevard in Cedar Hill. It had a chrome accelerator, was made in 2010. It has the pointing nozzle, and it didn't have the logo on it. And I went to my brother's doctor's appointment in my urgent care. It had a Bobrick Tim Dry, which it was Andrew's favorite. And I went to a City Trends inside the plaza. I didn't go inside because they didn't have a restroom. And my Domino's Pizza does not have a restroom because it's a small restaurant. No, I went to IHOP, known as International House of Pancakes, has a Coward, but I'm hoping him to install accelerators. The Kroger off West Camp Wisdom Road in Duncanville near my barber shop had an accelerator with the pointing nozzle. It was made in 2011. And the Kroger in Cedar Hill has a 2013 accelerator with the pointing nozzle. And the Kohl's in Grand Prairie has two 2020 accelerators with the pointing nozzle. And the Epic Water Park has Cowards. I'm hoping for them to install Bobrick Eclipse. Those are my favorite dryers. And the Michaels in Grand Prairie has Smart Dry Pluses. And the Michaels in Cedar Hill has Cowards. I'm hoping them to install accelerators in white with the 1.1 nozzle. And my local Bed Bath Beyond is closed, and I didn't check it, so I don't know when it closed, but in my Costco, I think has newer DBs. And new DBs, I think. I went to the Dallas Aquarium. It has Cowards. I'm hoping them to install accelerators with the pointing nozzle in white. And the Walmart off Short Boulevard in Dallas has a speed flow. And I didn't film because I didn't have a phone back in those years. And the CVS I went to in Florida had a hands-off. I didn't have a phone. And the Lake Lidle has hands-off too. And I went to the off-the-wall trampoline park. It had a accelerator that I didn't film. I don't remember what color it was. I didn't have a phone back then. And I went to Bahama Beach. It had a Ballbrook aircraft. I didn't film it because I didn't have a phone back in 2019. It, the Studio Movie Grill off downtown Dallas has cowards. I'm hoping for them to install Ballbrook trim dries. Um, 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 um. The Marshalls I went to in Lake Worth, Florida, had an accelerator, but I didn't film it because I didn't have a phone back then. The Boy Mall had a lot of different, but I can't remember the names. The Macy's I went to in 2017 had Bradley Airspeeds. I didn't have a phone back then because I was 9 years old in 2017. In the Best Buy in Boynton Beach back in, it has thin airs in stainless. I'm not sorry. I went to Walmart with a no touch on Green Acres, Florida, but I didn't film it because I didn't have a phone back then. And I also I went to what's that name? What was I gonna say? I went to an Office Depot, and it had a cowards, but I didn't hit the and the I went to a Cumberland Farms in Lakewood, Florida, and the um um and the um I went to a Circle K with an Extreme Air. I didn't film it because I didn't have a phone back then. The years, I'm gonna say, I went to a barber shop that had cowards. And I went to a Bravo in Hollywood, Florida. It had a black accelerator, and the stall had paper cowards. And I went to a Burger King with the hand dryer. And I also went to a Burger King with the Model A. Also, my school had cowards in the my school my school my school had back in the kindergarten to fourth grade had Kimberly Clark's in the restrooms. In the school I went to back in 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade had ASI profile compacts. In the Wawa I went to in Florida had accelerators with a pointing nozzle. Yeah, I couldn't film them because I didn't have a phone back then. And I went to a Ross. I found another Ross in Mansfield. It has an Extreme Air. And and all the QTs I've been to have cowards. And I went to Applebee's with cowards too. And My cookie crumble doesn't have a restroom because it's a small cookie place. My in the Popeyes off South Grandpa has an American Jar Global, and I found my Target near my old apartment had chrome accelerators, while they replaced it with stainless accelerators. I mean steel accelerators. My PetSmart has cowards. And the TJ Maxx I went to in Mansfield had an accelerator with the pointy nozzle. And the Freddy's Frozen State and Custards have cowards. I went there. And the Buc-ee's and Ennis has accelerators. I don't know, my lawn's on Silver's restroom. The inside is locked, so I didn't go inside to check. My local Tom Thumb has Bobber aircrafts with the buttons. I didn't film them because they hurt my ears. And guess what? I found a I went to Publix off Nurser Circle near my dad's apartment, near my dad's Nikki's apartment. It had accelerators with a pointing nozzle. The men's was in the back and the women's was in the front. And I also went to a the Walmart of Old Boynton Beach and Hands Off, and they replaced it with a Speedful and accelerator. And I also went to Dick's Sporting Goods. It has cowards in restrooms. And the Burger King, near my old school, has cowards. And my 7-Eleven has an accelerator. What's I'm gonna say? The Walmart off Belvedere Road near my grandma's house has speed floats, but I'm hoping for them to install accelerators. And I want them, and I found the Target in Hollywood Boulevard had accelerators. I went to Aldo World. It didn't have no restrooms. I found a Toys R Us with another one. It had an accelerator. So they got my local Chuggington toys. And I went to a marathon. It didn't have no restroom because the location is a small restroom. And the the Steak and Shake I went to in Boynton Beach, and what's called Cowards. I'm sad guy. I went to a Smithson Cowards. It had a Cowards. I went to a McDonald's in near the swap shop. It had alright, also, and the swap shop had Cowards. I think, and the in the Kmart in Hollywood Boulevard. I think it has a ASI profile. And I went to the Cedar Hill City Hall. It had stainless steel ASI profiles. And I went to my closest Cowards. My Dillard's has Cowards. Emotion. And I went to a Murphy USA near my old apartment. It had an accelerator. My local Sam's Club has Airblade V's. That's off in Irving. That Lixie filmed. The Sears I went to in West Palm Beach, I think they had Bradley Airspeeds in the women's restroom has a Bob Rick Eclipse, so I can hear them. And let me guys tell you something. I found Sam's Clubs with the ABO2 in Florida. And guess what? I found a Dollar Tree with Cowards. And I went to a Checkers in Florida, but it did not have no restroom. Because it's not an inside place. And I went to an accelerator in Grapevine 7-Eleven. It had accelerated a point nozzle. And the I have the industry.